everybody, this next break is our 2024 Historic Autographs YesterYear 36-pack case. It is a random 6-pack group break number 1. Again, break number 2 now available. We're going to randomize the spots 5 times, determine the pack break order. I did not put in here how many cuts per case, but there are supposed to be multiple cuts per case. So hopefully we find a few of those in here. So we'll jump over here. There are the 6 names. And 5. So we have 1 at the top, Eric on the bottom. Alright, so 1 will get packs 1 through 6. And 25 through 30. Edward with packs 7 through 12. Brian, 13 through 18. Timothy, 19 through 24. And Eric with 31 through 36. All right, so we'll come back over here. All right. Let's see here. I can open this right like that. Simple enough. All the packs are in order here. Let's see. Just pull them out in order. And lay them out here. And we'll count them out 6 at a time. Make sure I'm getting them in the right order. Just do it that way. All right. All right. Yeah, they're just sliding out here. All right, so we're just going to count them out 6 at a time because there's no way to keep those in order. They're all shaped differently. So 3, 4, 5, 6. The first 6 there go into 1. 5, 6, 7, so 7 through 12 there. Going Edward. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Going to Brian. That's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Going to Timothy. 25, 6, 7, 8, 9. 30. Going back over to 1. And Eric here should have the final 6. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Alright, so we'll start off here with 1. He had packs 1 through 6 and 25 through 30. Got a Prism Dembaya. Don't think we have. Oh, the YesterYear cards are all numbered. So the Alfred Hitchcock, 1 of 10. The Medgar Evers, 1 of 30. Wyatt Earp, 1 of 75. And Amerigo Vespucci, 1 of 30. There is a complete set buyback program. John Steinbeck, out of 30. Sacagawea, out of 50. Charles McGee, out of 75. And a Jesse James, out of 75. Annie Oakley out of 75. Jack Johnson out of 75. George Baditz out of 75. Marco Polo out of 75. JFK out of 50. And we're going to get a two-time NFL champion, authentic cut signature 1 of 1, George Preyes. An Anthony Hardaway prism there. George Preyes, our first cut signature. NFL champion in both 58 and 59. Bass Reeves out of 75. Marco Polo out of 50. George Patton out of 50. And Catherine the Great out of 75. Edgar Allan Poe out of 75. Machiavelli out of 75. Queen Lily Uokalani out of 75. And Amerigo Vespucci out of 50. I think we have another cut signature here. We got Hamidou Diallo from Hoops. Sacagawea out of 50. And this signature is numbered 2 of 2. Baseball Hall of Famer, Bert Blyleven. So, Bert Blyleven cut signature there, out of 2. Ariel Sharon, out of 75. Isaac Asimov, out of 50. George Baditz, out of 50. And Jimmy Doolittle, out of 50. Isaac Asimov, out of 30. Alfred Hitchcock, out of 75. Leif Erikson, out of 30. And Groucho Marx, out of 30. Frank Sinatra, out of 50. Oscar Schindler, out of 75. Marquise Chris. Julius Caesar, out of 50. And Shakespeare, out of 30. Marian Anderson, out of 50. George Patton, out of 50. Buddy Holly, out of 30. And Pancho Villa, and that one's numbered 4 of 10. So the ones out of 10 are actually serial numbered. The rest are just 1 of. Sun Tzu, out of 75. Wyatt Earp, out of 50. General von Steuben, out of 30. And Joan of Arc, out of 75. All right, and that does it for wand packs. So we did get 2 cut signatures there. Bert Blyleven and a former NFL champion from the 50s. Not familiar with. Pancho Villa, out of 50. Jimmy Doolittle, out of 50. Jimmy Doolittle, out of 30. And Groucho Marx, out of 30. Bob Dylan, out of 75. Bass Reeves, out of 30. Galileo, out of 50. And Edgar Allan Poe, out of 75. Billie Holiday, out of 75. Leif Erikson, out of 30. Napoleon, out of 75. And Vespucci, out of 75. Marian Anderson, out of 75. Jimmy Doolittle, numbered 3 of 5. Alfred Noble, out of 75. Julius Caesar, out of 50. So with Jimmy Doolittle here, numbered 3 of 5. Was the first 4-star Air Force general. Guy in Bluford out of 75. Billy Holiday out of 75. John Philip Sousa out of 75. Julius Caesar out of 75. Final pack here for Edward. Jesse James out of 50. George Baditz out of 30. Alexander the Great out of 30. Frank Sinatra out of 50. All right. And that does it for Edward's packs. Just to get the Jimmy Doolittle there out of 5. Next up we have Brian, packs 13 through 18. Look, in the cut signature on the cover is Jackie Robinson. And we're going to get a cut signature right here in pack 13. We have a Betty White, number to 30. And it's an NFL player and coach who won 3 Super Bowls. Laverne Torkson. Won 3 Super Bowls. That signature is a 1 of 1 cut. General Von Steuben out of 75. Woody Guthrie, numbered 7 of 10. Jack Johnson out of 75. Julius Caesar out of 75. I think Jack Johnson is the one that I thought he was the one that Bob Dylan wrote the song Hurricane about, but maybe not. Number 7 of 10 there, Woody Guthrie. Can't wait. I have tickets to go watch Bob Dylan later this summer. It'll be my first time. Looking forward to that. Leonidas, number to 30. Spartacus, out of 75. Both have good shows about them. Isaac Asimov, out of 30. Edgar Allan Poe, out of 75. Machiavelli, out of 75. Buddy Holly, out of 30. Betty White, out of 30. And Hannibal, out of 75. Doc Holliday, out of 75. Joan of Arc, out of 50. George Schultz, out of 50. And William Shakespeare, out of 50. Final pack here for Brian. General Von Steuben, out of 75. Amerigo Vespucci, out of 75. Buddy Hield. John McCain, out of 75. And Medgar Evers, 1 of 1. Key member of the Civil Rights Movement. Fought in World War II and came back home to Mississippi. Joined the Civil Rights Movement due to the Brown versus Board of Education. Just a big Civil Rights Movement person there. Medgar Evers, 1 of 1. All right, Timothy, 19 through 24. Guy in Bluford, out of 75. Pancho Villa, numbered 1 of 10. Queen Victoria, out of 75. And Machiavelli, out of 30. Jack Johnson, out of 50. JFK, out of 50. Wyatt Earp, out of 50. And Jimmy Doolittle, out of 75. Got a cut signature here. First we have Wilson Chandler. General Von Steuben, number 75. And it is Willie Crawford, World Series champion in 1965. And that one's numbered 3 of 3 on that cut. Willie Crawford. Moses Fleetwood Walker, out of 75. Woody Guthrie out of 50. George Patton out of 75. Leonardo da Vinci out of 75. JFK, numbered 3 of 5. Nice one there. Annie Oakley out of 75. George Schultz out of 75. Annie Oakley out of 75 again. So those are both out of 75. Again, the JFK, numbered 3 of 5. George Gershwin out of 30. Doc Holliday out of 30. Marco Polo out of 30. And Hannibal out of 50. All right, that does it for Timothy's packs. We have seen 4 cut signatures so far. I think there's 4 in a case. Let's see, maybe we'll find a 5th one here. We have 6 packs left there for Eric. He's got Schultz out of 75. Guthrie out of 75. Spartacus out of 50. Shakespeare out of 75. Oh, we do have another cut. We have a Jesse James, numbered 5 of 5. And a Negro League baseball player, Bob Boyd, numbered 3 of 8. I actually knew somebody with the name Bob Boyd. It's not a Negro League baseball player, though. Numbered 3 of 8. Jesse James, 5 of 5. Alexander the Great out of 30. Bass Reeves out of 75. Machiavelli out of 75. Jack Johnson out of 50. Walt Disney, first time we've seen him, 10 of 10. Cleopatra, numbered 6 of 10. Pancho Villa out of 30. Queen Victoria out of 75. Anybody else think of Austin Powers under here, Cleopatra? Wasn't that, what's her face's name on there? Woody Guthrie out of 75. Jimmy Doolittle out of 75. Joan of Arc out of 75. Cleopatra out of 50. Galileo out of 75. Tecumseh out of 50. Thomas Edison, first time we've seen him, out of 50. And Cleopatra again, out of 75. All right, so that'll do it. Thanks again, everybody. So we had 5 cut signatures in that case. We do have, the only other case I have is up for a break. Let's see if we can fill that one too. See if we can pull a big name cut.